Hello.
Hello.
We hopefully are live.
I can never trust the thing in the corner that says live because then you guys are like, nope, it hasn't actually done it yet.
Right.
I know.
Okay, there we go.
There's always like a
Because it
delay,
always says,
but we are.
It says 0. Now it
Yeah.
says people. So, guys, welcome to Historical Hellions. I feel like it's been forever because we are like a week later than when we normally do our live shows. But is this like supposed to be an emoji and it's just explaining what the emoji is?
I think so.
I was like, wait, is this spam?
I did too until I started reading it.
I think that's the one where it's like the hands are like this and like the face, look, the cheeks are rosy. I
Oh,
think she's like
okay.
3 or 4 of
Why
those.
does it say it's pink? What pink hands are there? Hello, Cheryl. Hello, everybody. I have been reading lots of historicals. I'm listening to one. I just read this one.
What are you listening to?
So, Up All Night with the Good Duke by Amy Rose Bennett.
Rose Bennett.
Okay.
Is it Rose Bennett? Okay. There's her, and then isn't there another one that's like 3?
Anna Bennett.
Yes. Okay. I was like, they're the same.
Yeah. Are you liking it?
Oh, I really like it. I'm about an hour
good.
left. So yeah.
I love that one.
And then I'm starting this next, which I'm very excited for.
Okay.
Oh, what is that?
The new Lorraine
It's Lorraine Heath's new one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so quick tangent before we get started. Have any of you been to not have I spoke to Barnes & Noble lately?
Yes, and it makes me so sad. So sad. My Barnes & Noble is worse than yours in the romance section because when I saw your vlog, I was like, oh, she's actually still got like romances left. Mine used to have a dedicated like square to it. And when I went back recently with my brother's partner and my mom, all that there was like a shelf. And it was so sad because none of the Harlequins were there. None of the mass markets were there. I mean, it was hidden. I couldn't find it. It was like a whole like rat race to go around it. And I don't think I'll be going back for anything special anymore.
Oh, that's awful. I saw your like recent video, Jess, and so I'm going to go tomorrow to see how mine is. But like usually mine has always been really good. Like usually romance is right in the front, like right behind the new like bestseller ones. And like usually there's a big area.
Mine
so
was. Yeah.
I'm hoping they haven't changed. But that had me scared and sad.
I was annoyed. I was like, I'm here. There's these like 4 new romance releases, historical mass market, that I'm like, oh, I should like get them if I'm here. They did not have a single one. Not a single one. And so I asked the guy and he was like, yeah, nobody buys those, so we don't get them. I was like, I want to. Like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
My local Walmart still carries mass markets though.
So someone did tell me they're like, Walmart has everything. So
yeah.
Okay, because Monica, did you look for Stacy Reed's? Because that's also confusing me because Stacy Reed's price is for our trade paperback.
Yeah, it's so expensive. I was confused.
Yeah,
me too.
But I don't want trade paperback historical romances.
No.
Like, we're gonna put that on my shelves.
Exactly.
It's like
I already have one from her that's that size, and it's like in its own little corner on my shelf because like just a few of them are like that.
We already have the weird square ones that are like at the middle of the series that are gonna go back to the mass market.
Yes. Yeah. Like the COVID years, because it literally was like 2020 to 2022.
What a weird era.
Yeah. Yeah. My Walmart by me though is like kind of shady. So I don't like going to that Walmart.
My Walmart, like all the books are always empty. Like there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Except for Colleen Hoover, which
it's like patchy at my Walmart. It's, in my Walmart, they have the book section right behind the electronic section. So it's like this like weird alcove.
I do think it's weird. They have like a separate section for mass markets. Desiree, I don't know if yours had done that, but like mine, both of my locations by me now, it's like, here's the mass markets, which nothing new in there. And then here's the...
For Walmart?
For Barnes &
Noble. Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't find any mass markets at my Barnes & Noble last time I went. And that was recent, like at the new year. So.
Okay. They did have a lot of indies at mine, but.
Yeah.
I also don't realize... Oh, what'd you say?
Oh, sorry. I do like seeing that they have stocked like more indies and like their, TikTok table.
Yeah. But then I guess I don't realize she was really like blown up on TikTok because like a ton of Macaulay Smelter was there, and I was like, was she really doing that well on TikTok? I guess she is, which I mean, like, awesome for her. That's exciting, but I didn't know like people on TikTok talked about them. So
yeah, exciting for the authors, but not exciting for me because I don't read those types of romances, so they don't really appeal to me.
Yeah,
I just don't like.
Yeah,
I also wasn't sure that like this whole like less mass markets is making some authors not write as much because like Lisa Kleypas hasn't had a new release. Tessa Dare hasn't. I don't know if they've announced anything by Diana Quincy. Have they even announced a new Beverly Jenkins? Like,
I don't think so.
No one's coming out with new releases.
Yeah, because her recent, like Beverly's recent one was the end of her Women Who Dare trilogy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's doing something new. We'll have to ask her at Denver.
Yes. Yes, we will. Well, I almost wanted to like check in with Diana Quincy because I follow her on Instagram and be like, are you writing anything? Like, because like normally they'll announce it. Like Lenora Bell announced her new series, which is really exciting. But does she have a new one?
Oh,
did they announce it? What?
Oh, okay. Which I know she's been going through a lot because she lost her husband.
Oh. Right.
But I haven't seen her post anything about a book.
And I don't know what's going on with Lisa Kleypas.
Yeah.
It just feels like there's less and less new historical releases.
Which is sad.
But I do think Stacey Reed's though writing like a ton this year. So that's exciting.
Yeah. I'm super excited because I just read her new release and I adored it. I gave it 5 stars. It was a really good book.
For who?
It was super unique.
Stacey Reed's new one. It's like, what is it called? Something, The Wolf and the Wallflower?
And the Wildflower.
Yeah. Never mind. Yeah. I was thinking you were talking about A Matter of Temptation. I'm really, really excited for that one though.
Which I was surprised it was on Kindle Unlimited as well, since she's doing it with Entangled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? I pre-ordered it, so I don't know.
I
read an arc of it.
Look at Avon's website. I haven't done that.
Oh.
Everyone.
Oh yeah, they have The Duke Gets Desperate by Diana Quincy on Goodreads.
Christi, I also gave it 5 stars. It's a really good book.
That does not show up when I look up her name.
Oh.
Unless it's just the app glitching, which it always does.
What doesn't show up?
The Duke Gets Desperate. Ah, there it is. I typed in Diana Quincy and her new book did not show up when I typed it in.
Oh no.
Oh, she inherits a rundown castle? And then the Duke says he owns the castle?
That sounds fun.
Wait, what is okay, say it one more time.
Yeah, that sounds like Romancing the Duke.
Yeah, that's why I want to read it because I just read Romancing the Duke.
Oh, I love that one.
Which I very much enjoyed. I know I'm late, but like finally making my way through backlist Tessa Dare.
That's the best time though.
Yeah.
The two cannot stand each other. I love it.
The drama. I love it.
Oh, it says
I'm in
September.
My historical era and I'm super excited.
As long as the covers are still what we need from them.
Exactly.
Okay, now I'm even more excited for this. I've not seen a single person not like her new book. Christi, did you read it?
I did, yeah.
Did you like it?
I liked it. It's not my favorite from her, though.
That's fair.
You say that and you're like, no, I didn't like it.
No. I liked it. It's just not my favorite from her.
Yeah. She's got a lot of good books, though, so that's fair.
She does. Yeah.
I'm just excited she's writing. Okay. Now that we've talked for 10 minutes already, I'm sorry. I just had a lot I needed to talk about. I haven't done historicals in so long, and I'm feeling it right now. So we read Vivid, which can we take a moment to appreciate her author photo?
Oh, I love it.
It's cute.
The hand clasp too.
So cute. This was in 1996. So it says she only has 2 novels when she wrote this. I don't know if that means this is the 3rd one or this is just is this her second book then?
It's the second book.
Okay.
Yeah, it says in the forward and the 25th anniversary one that's her second book, even though she meant it to be her 3rd.
Oh, because this came out then before Indigo?
I don't know that much.
It can't have because they're in the book.
Yeah, but if this is her second book and Night Song's her first.
No, that can't be.
Because I saw them and I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's Hester. I got really excited. I don't know if you guys caught that. If you've read Indigo, they do show up in here, and it was so cute. Ugh. But then maybe that's just like, unless Desiree, what you said, maybe she meant to do Indigo first, but then
maybe. Is that the one we read for the other? I don't remember titles very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's Black Daniel, which his name is, what's his real name?
Galen.
And she has indigo hands.
Yeah, it said Indigo was 96 and that Vivid was November 95.
Well, that would make sense because in the books they're much older than Vivid and Nate, so timeline wise that would make sense.
But Indigo came out after Vivid, which is interesting.
Yeah. So I think this then tells their story before this. So I wonder if she wrote this first.
Yeah. Because I remember on her interview with you, Jess, like a while back, she was talking about how even Night Song wasn't the first book she wrote, but it was just the first published.
Right.
But
her first books are so good.
They're my favorites.
So oh my gosh. Because I think Indigo and Night Song are still like my two favorites from hers, and her new ones are good, but her new ones I feel like are more historical fiction than like these still have like a very sweeping romance that I don't feel from her newer ones. But what did you guys rate this? I didn't even ask that.
You go first, Christy.
Oh, okay. Well, this was a reread for me, so I read it a couple years ago, and so I gave it 4.5 stars, but I rounded up to 5. It's one of my favorites from her.
Okay, I gave it a low 3. I have my reasons, but it was not it for me.
That's fair.
I gave it 4.5.
Okay.
I was going to be the entire odd man out anyway. Sam also gave it a 4 stars. She really liked it.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. Which I know it gets long in the middle, but like I was just here for the whole journey with him.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not alone in the comments. People said
I will get to those. Okay, so I'll come back to this other one. There's too much going on that I need to address. So for this one, Desiree, did you listen to the audio?
Yeah.
So I think I would have been bored in the middle if I was listening to an audio, because I really don't like audio that has slow plots. And then I feel like I'm just like, oh my gosh, I need to get through this. And I heard that the narrators weren't that good.
It's one narrator. I didn't think it was that bad.
I did the audiobook for my reread this time, and I didn't have a problem with the narrators. Like, but I knew a lot of people had said that ahead of time that they didn't like it.
Okay. But I will say that the audio, it does feel very aged in a certain way where like there's these really long pauses in between like paragraphs. So like even though I had the audio on like 2.15 speed because like she was so slow, like there were still long pauses in between paragraphs. And I'm like, how much pause is there at one time speed that there's still a long pause?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, even like halfway through, it's like, turn over to CD number 2.
Oh my God, I was dying laughing.
I was going to ask, how old is this audiobook? Like, I wonder if it was produced like, not with today's tech. That's so funny. It's the copy of the CD then where it says, turn it over.
Yeah.
I have some Nora Roberts cassette tapes because I'm a pack rat and I like to collect things. And I listened to, I think it was Montana Sky or one of her earlier books on the cassette tape, and then like when the cassette ends it says flip to the other side.
I love it.
That's so funny. I try to look for her. So on Thrift Books, you can, I don't know if any of you use Thrift Books. I'll set like add to wish list and it'll email me anytime a new copy comes in. So then I can see. So that's what I typically find. So like this is the original paperback. I don't have the hardback. The hardback's like, Christy, do you have the hardback?
Yeah, it's right here.
It's like $400
from Mercari. The hardback's really hard to find, and that's the one that Lisa beat me to. Not Lisa, Lacey beat me to on eBay. So,
see, I got this one on Thrift Books. I was wanting the mass market. This is the only like Beverly hardcover I have, so I'm still looking for the mass market. But until then, like I'm obviously gonna keep this because it's beautiful.
Yeah, most of her books I have in hardcover, so now I want more hardcovers.
You have most of them in hardcover?
No, not like most of her books in general, but the ones that I have are in hardcover, so I'd like to continue that. But I know it would be too hard at this point because the community kind of like swept through during the pandemic, so they're kind of gone.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I was able to get the Duke and I in hardback recently-ish for like $15. So that was, I had the whole collection, but the first 2 in hardback for Julia Quinn. And then the show came out, and I was like, I should have tried harder to find it before the show came out. Then it was impossible to find, but now it's a little easier to find. So, but sometimes they don't say whether they're hardback. Is that what happened with you, Christy? Whether it was hardback or paperback? So it like only has one.
It said it was paperback, and then it showed up hardcover.
Which is
I'm a sucker for a good like historical hardcover. It's either mass market or a hardcover. I don't want a trade, but we've been over that.
Which is interesting though, because I wonder why Bertrand Small has so many trade paperbacks. But I haven't seen that for any other historical romance author.
What publisher is she under?
Bertrand Small? Oh.
Yeah. I have a book from her somewhere around here.
I think she is a different one. Hold on, I have one here.
Yeah.
Not that I have any insight. I'm just curious.
So, like, I have this.
And
is it Doubleday? Oh, it's Valentine book.
Yeah.
Is that different than? It's still Random. Oh, so this is Random House, but Avon is HarperCollins?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Okay. Her books are huge. My goodness, that's a chunker.
No, but like, look how pretty. Can you imagine having this today though? Like that cover.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I miss those.
Is that one of the Sky O'Malley ones?
I don't know. I don't even know how I got this. Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Says it on the front. But I'm like, I can't collect her books both in this size and the small size. Like, I need to draw a line somewhere.
You just pick one and stay in that lane.
Yes. Okay. Anyways, back to the book. Now we barely even talked about the book, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in 2014. Okay. Well, the thing that I love about Beverly Jenkins is, so I was talking to Desiree a little bit about this before, is that hers are very, very historical, more so than I think a lot of historical romances. And you know that, like, I think every single one of her books has a works cited. Like,
that's great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 books she cites just for this book.
Ebook. Go to the ebook. I was reading along with the ebook because I just needed something to look at. So, does she have it in the ebook?
Which I love that her books do that. Like, they're very slice of life moments. Like, they really remind me of Julie Garwood's writing. Like, they'll drop all the like random, like, doesn't have anything to do with it, but like you get to know the community and like the town they're in and like all the side characters, which I just like, they're just so cozy to me.
I feel like yeah. Because there's not like a whole like plot that's like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? Like, she's in the town, she's the doctor, and she's gonna work to earn their respect. And like, that's really it. I loved the suspense at the end though. Like, that was really fun. I like that. And I feel like a lot of her,
like that.
It's like small town cozy. They're falling in love, lots of history added, and then like suspense at the end. So
yeah, I will say I did love the atmosphere of this story. I love like all the side characters and like the historical moments that we got, and just the whole overall town itself. I did really like that. And the end was nice, like exciting.
Yeah, I just love the animals.
The animals are good. Yeah.
The dogs literally hunted down the villain and killed him. I was like, yes, go dogs. Like,
but somebody asked earlier who Hester and Galen were in this story. So they go and have like dinner with them towards the end of the book.
Yes. And so
they talk about this couple who've been married like 20 years. They're like a friend of the hero's aunt and like another friend that what's her name? Vivid meets in the story. So they go and meet with them in Detroit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they said he was Black Daniel, like he's the one that was disguised. Yes. And that's when like Magic, her name.
Yes.
Majestic.
Cute.
It reminds me, there's the whole trend going on at TikTok of like what are names that would make great names if like they didn't already have a meaning to them. And that just reminded me of that because I was like, I've never heard of a child named Majestic before. And Satin as the sister. Yeah. Those are some very unique names.
It's very my people, I would have to say. Majestic and Satin. I was like not phased at all. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think just for the time period though, for like the late 1800s. I didn't have a map though. Did you guys have a map?
No,
not in the ebook.
Was this in Sarah, what edition did you read?
Is there? Did I just
Is it the 25th anniversary one, maybe?
Did I just like not look?
Oh,
it is there. What? Okay, never mind. It's there.
In this copy. Oh, there's one.
Yeah. Okay.
It's in the ebook, so you can't see it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There. So. Where did you get that edition of Vivid? What box was that in?
The Last Chapter Bookshop.
Okay.
Which honestly, this was the prettiest in the.
That's what I heard.
Set. Just saying.
Yeah. I do agree. Oh yeah, because here they all are. If you want to see what they included. Oh, I have stuff falling out of them. There's this one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This one.
Okay.
This one I liked, but
that one I like too.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's Scarlett Scott, and then there's the Grace Calloway too. But I mean, they were okay.
I just wanted more for historicals. Like, come on, clinch covers. Like,
yeah. Low key, why I'm so obsessed with Harlequin covers is because they're mostly clinch covers. Like,
yeah. Yeah. And I was a little disappointed in her own 25th anniversary edition covers, like for Vivid. Do you have it right in front of you, Desiree? Or no?
The cover that, because I only did the ebook, I don't own it at all, but the ebook is like this green, and I really don't like it. I don't know if my screen will let me. It's like,
is it kind of like green,
and like it's sort of satiny, but like I really hate this little like medallion thing with her in it, this cutout, because it's not even a pretty cutout image. It just looks stocky. I don't like it. I feel bad. I don't like it.
I remember her announcing it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, we're getting a special edition Beverly Jenkins!"
Yeah,
and then that got released. Yeah, I have not yet read Topaz. I really do want to read it.
That one's good too. I've read her whole backlist now.
You have?
Oh my gosh. Of her historicals. I haven't read her contemporary. I did. Yeah, I did.
Okay, I feel like I had saw that in my inbox. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Desiree, why'd you give it 3 stars?
Okay, so I think one of the main reasons is that I read this one coming off of the Stacey Reid book, Something in Wildflower, that one, which also includes a female doctor. And I just really liked the way that was handled so much better than in this one, where I felt like when she came to this town and she's supposed to be this female doctor, she's gone through all this rigid training and she has to go through all these obstacles and things like that, that she got bested by a man so many times that it just really irritated me. I just felt like if you were in this time period, especially, you became this profession that is something that's supposed to be against all odds, and you got bested by a man so easy, it just didn't sit right with me. And I also felt like he didn't earn her love. He was sort of just afforded her love somewhere in the middle, like she gave up. And I like the struggle where like he has to work for it, and I didn't feel like he worked for it. Just all of a sudden she's just like, I guess I'm in love with him, and I didn't I didn't like it. So I had problems.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like he showed his love a little bit by like, didn't he like gave her a bunch of things when he like claimed that he wanted her to leave. So like he was showing in his own way, like he didn't really like want her to leave, like he said in the beginning, which I liked.
It wasn't enough. I needed more. I needed more.
I felt for him though. Like the beginning with the prologue of his wife cheating on him and them getting divorced, and then his PTSD. And he was literally buried alive.
Yeah, I did feel for him in that aspect.
His trauma, and his nightmares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then that he took in the daughter and like adopted her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while he seems like a jerk in the beginning, like he's a really good guy.
Yeah.
I had no problem with him as a person, but like as a partner, it was just like that's usually how I rate my books too, is how much do I like the hero as a partner? And if I don't like him as a partner, then like why am I even here? You know?
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
The swing though.
The swing was cute.
Yeah. And he was like helping get her things like the mule and the wagon and all that stuff to make her life easier.
Interesting, Monica.
Yeah.
I felt like it was necessary. It gave a lot of backstory, and then sort of, like you said, it sort of sets you up for how you were supposed to feel about him when he came in.
Right. So like it explains why he's so closed off and will think that this like city woman is just going to leave to go back to the city again.
Yeah. But I do understand your point, because I know some people do like it to be like sprinkled in, and then you like figure out why he's so the way he is. So I guess that's just up to preference.
Another one of her books had the heroine shooting the hero, but like she actually shot him because she thought he was like which one was that?
That was in her Old West trilogy. Like it's Forbidden or not Forbidden or Tempest, I think. When she's like the mail order bride and coming to meet him in the stagecoach, whatever, and she thinks he's like a bad guy.
Chasing her, so she shoots at him, and she has really fun meet cutes too.
She does.
So because like when they met, he's like, "You're not the doctor." She's like, "All right, I'll just wait here until you realize you're wrong." So I loved her. Yeah, she always has such strong heroines like this.
Yeah.
I loved how every guy wanted to court her because they're like, "We have a backbone. Like, you're so strong. I want you." I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Jewel's the next one in this little series.
Oh, okay.
I did like the cousin. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. And that one has like fake dating, and there's a marriage of convenience. Like they have to get married.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Jewel's backstory. Okay. Yeah. What did you guys think of the lacrosse?
That was fun. I really did enjoy that scene.
Yeah.
Is that I mean, I don't know much about sports in general, but is that like the actual history of lacrosse? It's a native sport that we just adopted or something? I have no idea.
I'm not sure.
One of her works cited books is American Indian Lacrosse, Little Brother of War. So I'm assuming the Native Americans had some sort of lacrosse, which I really love because I think it was Night Song had a Native American character that I loved that was like really close friends with him. And I really like how she incorporates the Native American characters because at the time that she was writing these, that was not being handled well. And she handles it flawlessly with those characters. So I really like the respect she gives the natives and their culture and doesn't portray them like all of those Cassie Edwards books do. So
exactly. Yeah, same.
I love those.
And I just looked it up, and that is the history of lacrosse. Like it was started by Indigenous people in America.
And so field hockey was in Outlander. I don't know if any of you watch Outlander.
Yeah.
And so I don't know like if different countries like had their own version of sports.
It was modified from from England.
Okay.
For lacrosse.
But I just think it's so fun seeing the original like forms of these sports because that's really funny. And how aggressive he put the ball in his mouth, so he was like attacking him and choking him, and like but then we just beat them until they stopped choking each other.
She had to like sew them up at the end because it was so aggressive. I'm like, all right.
So funny. But I mean, like in the Outlander episode, they were really, really aggressive on each other too. So I think that's so funny.
Is this in the first season? Because that's the only season I've watched that I remember that happening.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
That's why just like these little drops of history that she includes is so cool.
That's what I always leave her books, like learning so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Which you can't really, I mean, like, I know that a lot of other historical romance authors research a lot, but like nothing as like, I don't know how I want to put it, like,
it doesn't hit the same
as what Beverly Jenkins writes. Instead, it's like, oh, well, it's like this factory and like this machinery, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, but like, what about all the other stuff that Beverly writes is really cool.
Yeah, I didn't listen to the full podcast, but there was KJ Charles does an episode on the Fated Mates podcast because Sam told me that I should listen to it and I haven't done it yet. First off, I didn't know her accent was so thick. I need some subtitles to listen to that podcast episode. But in the beginning, the sound bit that I listened to, she said that with historical romance, it's kind of like you're just working within the confines of the history. So like all this stuff may not have really happened, but you just kind of like throw in tidbits here and there to make it historical, but it's in like a modern context. And I think that's what most historicals feel like to us, where it's just, Tessa Dare being one of the bigger ones, where it just feels like it could have been a rom-com set in 2010 or whatever, but it's really set in 17 whatever she put the era in. So I think Bev just really feels seated in the era that she wrote in.
Yes.
That's a very good point. Yes. Which I agree with. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's how I feel a lot about, and I don't know what the difference is between like the trade historical romances, but anytime I read a historical romance that's in a trade paperback, I feel like it's very modern and I don't love it. Instead of being, because like the Evie Dunmore ones, I really didn't like any of those, and I know people love them.
I haven't read them, so now I'm scared too, because a lot of people don't like them. Even my friend who's not like within the community, she says she didn't like them. Yeah. So I don't know what to do with my copies now, because I don't think I'll read them.
And those were part of the book of the month. Sorry, go ahead.
They were part of the book of the month, so that's another reason why so many people read them.
Oh, I have those ones too. And like that series only went downhill for me. And so I'm just out at this point.
That's what everyone says. Like the first one, if they liked the first one, the rest of them were just complete garbage. And if you didn't like the first one, like it was even worse for the rest of them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But that's what I think about a lot of the trade historicals also, is that I just think that they're trying too hard to be a modern story within a historical setting. It just doesn't hit right. And I don't know what they could do to change it to make it feel like it's respecting our modern age morality, like moral codes, but I don't know. It's just not working.
Well, I have the same issue with like fantasy romances nowadays, like indie authors doing fantasy romances. Like they're not doing enough. Like just because you take away cell phones and technology, like this is not a fantasy world, like we need some world building. So I feel the same with the like historical romance authors, like newer ones nowadays. Like just because you're saying it's 1812, like I'm not feeling it.
Yeah. I haven't read enough of fantasies to know that they were that bad. Really? Is that bad?
Well, to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there is like TikTok popular ones.
Yeah, there are, which I haven't read.
World building in historicals too. Like I think that historicals and fantasy are very hand in hand, because of like fantasy just feels like it's in a historical setting, but like with magic, because it doesn't have a lot of the technology and stuff. But I mean, that's why I mean, like Beverly Jenkins does a really good job of building her world and like everything that's happening in there. I did agree. So this got me thinking, like doctors back then, like today you have specialized doctors, right? So they specialize in their one thing. And like, unless you're like some doctors, like, I don't know, like ER doctors, I mean, y'all know a lot, right? But like, you could be specifically like a gynecologist. You could specifically be like, my friend had an ear, nose, throat doctor. That was her dad. And so he literally only did like ear, nose, throat stuff. But like back then, she literally had to know everything. Like she delivered a baby. She's helping someone's wound, like that will get cut with an axe. Like,
yeah.
But also in her defense, like medicine just isn't anywhere near, wasn't anywhere near what it is today. So it's just like there wasn't as much of a breadth of knowledge as there is now. So now that we know what we know, we have to like section them off and things like that. But yeah, it is still a lot of information to know. And all the books that she had in her cabin that just went up in flames, I'm sure that had all the stuff that she may have forgotten, when it comes to special situations. I felt really bad for her in that moment.
I know. Which I did love all of her medical journeys too, with all the like local townspeople.
Yeah.
Well, and her fighting like the knowledge that's not scientifically proven, like the leeches and the bleeding, like and she's like, "What are you doing?"
I was like, "What is it? The Middle Ages? We're still using leeches?"
Right?
And that killed that boy. Like people died in this book.
Yeah.
It's just really sad.
Which one was that?
I don't know what this one was talking about.
Was that about the lacrosse, maybe? I'm not sure.
Maybe. I saw that one. Okay. Yeah. Her books were just not my favorite. What do you guys think of her parents?
Oh, I love the parents. The parents were fun.
Yeah, when they came into the story. Yeah.
And how like everything burnt down, the mom immediately is like calling everybody like, we need to replace all of those things. Like we love a supportive parent, and they were so cute. Oh, they were cute. And then they were how madly in love they were with each other, because the scene where she like tried to like talk to them about something, like, we're really busy right now.
I mean, you can come back in 5. Yeah,
we're like in the middle of something.
Yes. That was cute. That was really funny.
Yeah, they're adorable.
The side characters in here were just a lot of fun.
I liked they didn't even really have much of like a part in the story, but I liked the 5 brothers that she visited, the one that took her at gunpoint. Just so that they could she could tend to their sister. I like the 5 brothers. I wish there was more to them, because
that's
they
Jewel.
like a lot of
that's
fun.
Jewel, and she gets a book.
Oh, that's okay. Cool. Okay.
Oh, cool. Like her dad, who's kind of like standoffish at first, and then he like really likes her, and he's like, "Are you single? Like, do you have any sisters?" Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that was Jewel. But my mind immediately went to I read too many Why Choose Romances. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like they're like caretaker, but like they're all really in love with her. And like they're like, no, that's her sister. I was like, oh, this could have been a really fun plot though.
Beverly doing a Why Choose? Like
yes. Yes, because they were all these like big lumberjack men. I was like, it's literally the setting of a Why Choose Romance today. So.
And that is one of my hard no's. I don't do the Why Choose.
How are you such good friends with Samantha?
You know, she just like tells me the entire plots of books because she knows I'm never going to read them.
Okay. You're her outlet of being able to
basically. So like she can tell me the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, this is why I wouldn't read it.
But that's exciting though, because like her character Jewel in the book was very like hard-headed too, and that's very typical Beverly heroine. So yeah, she's just really funny. Oh, and the fact that she's so good at gambling and billiards.
Yes, I wanted more of that. I mean, we got more of it, but I wanted a little bit more.
Yeah,
that was fun.
And because like that's like one of her items she brings is like her billiard cue or whatever.
Yeah, and she like swindles people out of their money or whatever. Like that one doctor that came into town, she's like, I beat you, you leave. He's like, yeah, sure. He's like, best 2 out of 3, and she still dominated him. That was so funny.
I like that he like introduced himself as Dr. Whatever from Michigan University. Like, like, okay, so you're so full of yourself. Okay.
I did like that this one was in Michigan though. Do a lot of her books take place in Michigan?
Well, Jewel does for sure, and I'm trying to think. I can't remember. I know a lot.
Did it?
Well, it might have too, because they live there.
Right. So I didn't remember if like if it took place there, because if they're living there now, or if it took place somewhere else. I don't know.
I can't remember.
But I'm just thinking like a lot of the recent ones I've read are all of her like Western ones. So none of them take place in Michigan, but I thought it was fun having that as a setting.
Well, because she has a lot that take place in Chicago and like Kansas and like, all through there. And then of course, California. Yeah.
I need to read more Westerns. I don't read nearly enough of those.
Those are great.
Wait, those are 2 different answers. What happened?
I said the Westerns are just okay. Like her Westerns are good. Like she writes better Westerns than what I've read, but like they're not my favorite of hers.
Okay. And what did you say, Christy?
Hers are great.
I said that I like hers. Yeah, like I like her Westerns and Lorraine Heath's. I love their Westerns for historicals.
Yes. Texas Destiny was so good. I still have not read the rest of that series, but
it's so
Is that the one Lorraine Heath I read? I only read one Lorraine Heath, and then it was just too long for the couple. Like I liked the couple, but for them to come to like loving each other, it took way too long for me. I felt like they were doing too much back and forth. I just don't know if that's the one that it was.
That one, it's like a mail order bride situation, and she's supposed to come marry the hero's brother, and then her and him fall in love on the way.
Good premise.
Yes. No, I don't think that was the one I read.
Okay.
I mean, it was really sad the baby died or was dead. That was really, really sad.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would absolutely read a YChase if I wrote it.
Same.
Oh, yes, Beverly Jenkins does live in Michigan.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yes. Which she was signing for her newest release in
Ooh.
Don't remember what it was. It was like 3 hours for me, but it was a weekend that I was out of town. And I was like, I would have driven 3 hours to her signing, but
for sure. Wait, did you do really the Julia Quinn thing this weekend?
It's tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, the Columbus Library is having her, and it's free.
Well, that's right.
So,
that's right.
Awesome.
I forgot that.
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know if it's going to be busy or not, but
we'll see. Is she there with a bunch of those other authors too? Like I saw you share in your stories. Oh, it's just her that day.
It's for like their 125th anniversary like author series. So I'm pretty sure she's the only one that's going to be there, and they just have a bunch of different authors like once a month or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But I don't know how early I should get there because I don't know how many people will be there. And I was like, I'm going to come in with my tote bag full of books. Like,
yeah, do it.
Fine, but
is she signing or is she just like there for like a talk or what is
she's going to sign. So it starts at 2 and she speaks for like 45 minutes and then she does a Q&A for 15 and then it's a signing at 3. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But she's only on Twitter, which I'm never on Twitter anymore. And that was not, I think she tweeted like once about it and that was it. And I don't even remember how I saw it. I think someone told me about it and then I had to go and look it up.
I deleted Twitter, so I don't really have any type of connections for these types of things with authors because they're on Facebook. They're on Facebook and Twitter, and I don't have either anymore. I have Instagram and YouTube. That's it.
I wish that Avon marketed their historicals more.
That'd be nice.
Like marketed Beverly's more. Like, I don't know. I feel like I never see, and I like don't even see them being sent out a lot to people either. Like in PR, I just see a lot of traditionally the contemporary romances that they push like on TikTok and stuff. And I'm like, historical romances, people still read?
Yeah.
I think someone asked that one time of a publisher or something, and I don't remember where I heard this, but they said that it was just not worth it financially for the publisher to send out the historicals because they were mass market, and I don't understand how that makes sense. But it's something
they're smaller.
I don't know, something financially. I guess because it's already like a cheap product, and like you might as well just go out and buy it yourself, and that doesn't make any sense. But it's a weird. Publishers have weird notions. I don't know, man.
They sent me like 2 of Beverly's. I think I've gotten from Avon.
Yeah.
I've just been getting less and less throughout the years, and like I haven't seen as many, even just like in general in the book community, getting a lot. Like I only got this because Lorraine Heath. Did you got it too? Right? This new one.
She sent me one.
And most of the ones I get, and I guess I don't like bothering publishers and like asking them for things, but most of the ones that I get are because the authors, like I got Sophie Jordan's new one, but that's because she reached out and asked if I wanted it. So now.
Oh, see, Avon sent me Sophie Jordan's art.
Okay.
But yeah, I get what you mean.
I still need to read Sophie Jordan, which is terrible because I've seen her at a Polycon.
I've only read a couple from her, but I need to read more. I have to be in the mood for hers, I think, because they're like low angst.
Yeah, and very like rom-com-y.
Yes.
And her new one looks YA, the cover.
Don't tell me that. Now I gotta look at it.
It looks like a YA, but I think it's adult. It's trade paperback. So When does that come out? Does that come out soon?
March 23rd. I have it like right over there.
Oh shoot. Okay, I'm going to read that. And Scarlet Peckham's, I finally got approved though. And doesn't that come out soon?
Yeah, it comes out on Tuesday. March
Okay,
7th.
I got approved like 2 weeks ago. I was like, I have had this on request for like 5 months, and you're gonna approve me 2 weeks before release date.
Thanks. I think they weren't approving during the strike, and then you didn't get approved beforehand either for some reason.
Because I requested it like at least a month before the strike.
Right. Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah.
It does look YA. It's a cute cover, but it doesn't look like a historical. Will it even show up? That's just.
Yeah. And I know they're trying to get the Bridgerton vibes of those new covers.
They need to stop it. Like,
whoever designed
that ship
those Bridgerton covers
sailed. Like, I mean, Bridgerton's still popular, but that ship for like making people think it's Bridgerton, that has sailed. They need to stop it.
Even with what was her new book for Beverly's new book? Like Raven.
Oh, To Catch Raven.
To Catch a Raven. Did you guys see the 2 cover designs they had? They had the clinch, and then they had just her, and they ended up publishing just the heroine, and they had a clinch ready.
Yeah, that had me so upset. Like, I saved that when you shared it in your stories because I was like, that cover's so much better.
Yes, and
I think I remember that
cover, and like her old covers, literally iconic. Like, I want to frame these. Like, they are so pretty. And now we just have here's the heroine.
Well, like, we don't even get to see their faces half the time.
No, right?
Like, here's their chin, chin and dress.
Like, it's anonymous, but I do think it was really cool. I'm keeping this up because I don't want to forget that they still had the Underground Railroad stuff in this one, like when her house caught on fire and she went under.
Yes,
that was really cool. Again, the weaving in the history.
Yeah.
Yes, and I have no time to read it, but I'm going to read it because I've been complaining about it for like 6 months. Scarlett Peckham hasn't written a book in like 2 years.
Yeah, she's just been doing her indie like stuff.
Yeah, but I love the Rakes. I know that's not a popular opinion, but
I love the Rakes. That's still, that's my favorite of these 2.
Okay.
Yeah. That's definitely true. They don't, more like they just want a newer audience to bring in, but they don't care about their old audience, which makes no sense marketing wise. You need to appease both, and they're just not doing that.
Well, and then the people you're going to be bringing in from having that type of cover or that blurb from like Emily Henry or something, like that's not the type of reader. Like, that's not what they're going to expect when they go in, you know?
Yeah, that's not who they want for real. That's not who they want.
Right.
So I don't know who's making these decisions either.
Isn't Kerrigan Byrne writing a contemporary romance with someone?
Yeah, like a rom-com. It comes out at the end of this month.
From the author of The Highwaymen is coming this rom-com contemporary.
I know.
I was about to say, doesn't she do like dark stuff?
She did.
And she's not writing traditionally published anymore that I've seen with her historicals.
Yeah.
Huh.
Are there any is Erica Ridley writing the 4th one too of that book? When does that come out? I'm just looking at my bookshelves right now.
Yes, and the cover is not great.
No, stop.
Yeah, they shared it a while back, which I think she said they were going to have an alternate cover, but the one they have that they've showed is not it. I'm trying to find it.
But I was going to ask, are there any new historical romance releases you guys?
This is it.
Enjoying?
Like,
nuh-uh.
Yes. Yep. Next book in the Wild
like
Winchesters.
No,
that looks like this other book.
Yeah.
What is that?
I know. Yep.
That looks like this. The League of Gentlemen and Witches.
Yes. Is it going to be trade? It's probably a trade paperback.
It doesn't say, but it looks like it.
That makes me so sad.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me you go from this
to
these
illustrated people.
That.
Yeah.
And now I know she has her like novellas that have illustrated covers. Like this is one of them that she did.
Mm-hmm.
But like Are you kidding me? I don't even remember her announcing that. When did they announce that?
Let me see. January they did. Her and Forever both shared it.
It's probably because I saw it and just like didn't even register that it was her.
Yeah.
I'm like actually upset about this cover.
Yeah.
How could they do that? All of the covers in that series are so pretty, and that's one where it has 2 big ones and 1 small one, but all the covers are so pretty.
I have the big ones.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, I haven't ordered yet. In my Amazon cart, I have a bunch of the historicals that I couldn't find at Barnes & Noble. They're being annoying.
Which ones do you have in there?
I have The Wolf and the Wildflower.
Okay.
And I have The Duke's Secret Cinderella by Eva.
Yes.
Is it Devon or Devon?
I think it's Devon.
Is it Devon? Because I've been saying Devon because that's how you spell Devon.
Yeah. I always say Devon. I just make it fancy.
I have Lorraine Heath's new one. I should add Scarlet Peckham's because that's coming out. But have you been enjoying any other new releases?
Historicals?
Yeah.
I read an arc of Ava Lee's new one, which comes out in April, and it is so good. Like the 3rd one in her Last Chance Scoundrel series.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not like it?
I haven't liked any in that series yet.
Well, the 3rd one is definitely it. Like I feel like I'm like that with all of her books, though. Like because we're waiting until that last book, and that one was so good, but the other ones were mediocre for me.
Okay, because everyone's been loving the other 2 in those series, and I was like, these are okay.
They were like 3.5 for me, but the 3rd one was like 5 stars.
Is it the Good Girls Guide series? Last Chance Scoundrels?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I think I gave both of them 3 stars.
Yeah.
Okay, but the new one's good?
Yeah, it was really good. Second Chance, because it's the one that, like in book 1, the hero like leaves the bride at the altar, and like that's their second chance.
Okay, listen, publishing has so much money, and they need to stop not spending money. Like, how can they afford this back in the 80s? Like, embossed, illustrated clinch that didn't they normally have a photo shoot that then the illustrator would illustrate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, romance publishing is not hurting for money.
Yeah, we keep the lights on in publishing in general.
Like, why exactly. It's so expensive. And I know they cut those costs during COVID because they couldn't have the photo shoots, but like this cover, stunning. And I love the font of that. So
me too.
Yeah. They can do it still. But I think Scarlet Peckham asked for that, didn't she?
I think so.
Like the Raycast too, which I love the cover of the Raycast.
Me too.
Why is it $10?
Is it really? To pre-order?
It says mass market paperback, $10.
Interesting.
That's not mass market price.
That's what Amazon says.
I know. It's a travesty. I need to stop.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, this is pretty. The Scarlet Peckham. No, I want to read it.
I do want to read that one too, that April just said from KJ Charles. It comes out also this Tuesday. So it's MM romance, and I've heard I know April loved it.
I think I pre-ordered that. I think I did.
Is this independently published?
I think so.
Well, I read the synopsis.
Oh no, I think it's by Source Books.
Yeah, it's Source Books.
The Secret Lives of Country Gentlemen, that one?
I don't know how I feel about that cover.
I don't like it, but I'm going to read it because it's KJ Charles.
Yeah, I was like, I'll try it out, even though the cover's not my favorite.
Yeah.
But it's not as bad as some of the other illustrated I've seen, I'll say that.
Yeah. Again, it's giving literally the same vibes as this book. Like, this is like a
it's even the same color.
It's the same positioning. Thank you. You have a better...
Yeah.
Like, all of this could be the same exact cover. They just replaced it with 2 guys.
Yeah. It's like, do they both think they have a new idea when they do these covers, and then they realize there's 5 others out on the shelf like that already?
Like, I don't hate this, but like, this is not what I want for romances. You know, I just like it's cute, but it's not what I want.
It's not the historical romance vibe we want.
Yeah. I don't know what this vibe is, but it's just not what we what we asked for.
They were charging more for the bigger size, but now I feel like they're going back to the smaller size and just keeping the price the same. I don't know what they're doing.
I guess they thought we wouldn't notice.
Right?
Is the other new ones that price too? Like the Lorraine Heath you had in your cart?
Oh my gosh, I think my sister's on our Amazon right now. They just got moved to my later section of my cart.
She's like, why does there be
a cart now? Amazon? Lorraine Heath's is $10, but it's down to $7.50 for Amazon price. So they're making normal size mass markets $10.
Yeah, which I saw Lexi said in the comments, like that the price will likely drop. They've been doing that a lot lately.
But only for Amazon, right?
I think so.
So like if you buy it at Barnes & Noble, it's going to be $10?
I guess.
Yikes.
I mean, because even the Duke's Secret Cinderella, that was $9 originally, and now that's down to $6.70. But that's Amazon pricing. So now all these bookstores are going to have to sell these mass markets for $10. No wonder people aren't buying them. First of all, I'm like, well, you're not stocking them, so no one can buy them. So don't blame the buyers for not buying them. And now they're even more expensive.
Oh, I'm so jealous, Justin.
Yeah, it's even more.
I'm sorry, Brianna. Brianne.
Wow.
It hurts.
Yes, I do the pre-order things too.
Yeah. Oh, and I think, Target doesn't carry them now. I think that they usually try to do like at least 10% off at like Walmart, right?
I don't know why Target made that decision.
Because nobody.
So that's all Targets?
Yeah, they got rid of all their mass markets. Because I talked about it to Sophie Jordan at a Polycon, and she said, "Yeah, they're not carrying her books at Target."
Ugh, I hate
they
that.
They carry like mass markets of major selling authors. Like I went to a Target and they had a Nora Roberts mass market, but other than that, nothing.
So sad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's 25% off. So that's what they are on Amazon right now.
Yeah. If mine carried them, I would get them there too.
So frustrating. I did. They're having something different now.
Oh.
Yeah, I got an email about it. I think I can get a discount on the what's it called? On the
membership things?
Membership, thank you. I was like, what is the word? And I have to like bring in my ID to get a discount on that. But I mean, the membership doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, and I think they have 2 different options now, right, for their memberships? Like they changed them recently.
Yeah. Let me see. I thought I saved it. Maybe I didn't.
I don't shop at Barnes & Noble enough to justify that.
Well, you get free shipping. So I'm like, well, maybe then I would just order stuff more so on. The problem is, though, when you pre-order on Barnes & Noble, it takes a week to get to you. So it comes out on Tuesday, and it comes by, like, Saturday at the earliest for a new release.
Mine actually get to me on time.
Oh,
whereas
really?
with Amazon, I'll get it like a week or 2 later.
That's weird. Yeah. I don't like how Barnes & Noble packages their books, though, because whenever I've done a pre-order with them for certain things, because I want it to, not buy from Amazon, the book is always damaged or bent or dirty. So I don't like using Barnes & Noble.
Mine are packaged great from Barnes & Noble. They always use the cardboard. It's always been that way for
me. Yeah, they use that
cardboard little pouch.
Being, really like dirty, and like the pages are bent, even though it's been in that cardboard. So I don't know what happened to my books on the way.
Your mailman just doesn't like Barnes & Noble.
I do need to look at like CVS. I know they carry some of them.
CVS actually does have a really good mass market section, but they're not always like the ones that we want. I feel like they're a little bit not dated, but maybe like a month or two behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I wish I lived closer to independent bookstores because, like, since I live so close, I'm right outside of the city. I hate driving into Columbus to go to a bookstore because then parking's a nightmare because they don't have their own parking lot. Yeah.
Well, you've been to Virginia. You know I don't have any independent bookstores, so it's just Barnes and Noble.
There's one like 3 minutes down the street from my house, but they don't ever have anything in stock. Like I'd have to have them order it, you know?
Yeah. And, like, also you can't depend on independent bookstores having a good romance section because a lot of them don't.
Yes.
Like, so Joseph Beth in Cincinnati, they have the best romance section. They have such good new releases. Like, if I lived by them, I would solely do my shopping there. But they're 2 hours away. And I can't drive 2 hours away all the time to get new books. So.
Oh, did you see my story? It was a while ago, but like I was looking for independent bookstores in my area just to like see what was around me. And I read their mission statement, and it says that we do not accept romance novels and moldy. Romance novels is just put next to moldy and funky books as like a whole category. They took literally everything else but romance novels. And like, textbooks. That was the other one. So it was like romance novels, textbooks, and like moldy books. And C.S. Poe, who's one of my new favorite authors, like responded to my story, and she was just like, "So we've been like compared to moldy books now."
It's so annoying.
That's terrible.
I was so upset. No respect.
Mm-mm.
There's this though too. If they don't have like good romance people at their store, they'll just carry the big rom-coms, Emily Henry, Colleen Hoover.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. They'll only buy what they know for sure will sell and not like all the other romances.
Right.
Just very frustrating.
It sucks. So off to eBay. My only tried and true.
Maybe I'll stop by CVS tomorrow. See if they have any of the new releases.
Update us.
They need a rip bodice in every state.
So that'd be nice if they could do that, but I know it's hard. So
yeah. Both of those stores though look so cute. Like I want to go visit them and just shop.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are at an hour. I do want to say, I didn't even mention Samantha's not feeling well, so she's not here today. If you didn't notice, sorry I didn't say that at the beginning. We just got to start with her. But our next book is a Mary Jo Putney, which I'm very excited for. I don't know if I've read. I think I might have read. Did she write an Amnesia? I feel like I read one of her recent releases, like her newer ones, and not anything old. But this one is where we're reading. It's Thunder and Roses with that nice. That back.
Very pretty.
Yes.
I can't wait to read that one.
I'm so excited. Yeah. It's going to be good. So check our Instagram for dates and stuff. We haven't set a date yet either, or our co-host. So check that out. And then the bathtub one is next. I was just looking at that. I was so excited.
I'm so excited for that one.
Wait, so is the Mary not the bathtub one, or is who's the bathtub one?
Elizabeth Chadwick, right?
I have it right here. 1 second. Oh, I thought it was here. Hold on.
I think it's Virgin Fire by Elizabeth Chadwick, though.
Yeah. Is it not over here? No. I thought it was over here. I must have put it somewhere else. I don't want to spend time looking for it.
Okay.
No. I don't know where I put it.
I still need to go find a copy of it.
Oh my gosh. I have a brand new looking copy. Cheryl sent it to me. Where is it? I'll find it. It's either right over here or right over there where I put all my new historicals. No, I don't know where it went. No, that's not it. Okay. Anyways, yes, Justin is invited to the bathtub one. He's
I love it
for that. It is a Western, right? But like everyone wants to marry her because she has a bathtub. So
stop. Yeah. Okay, I need to read that.
So, bathtub marriage of convenience.
Yes. Make sure you look for that though, because I don't know how easy it is to get. That's one we try to make it more accessible. So like having an audiobook, I don't think that one has an audio. So but that's in April. It's Virgin Fire.
By Elizabeth Chadwick.
Yes, it is on our Instagram if you look at that. So that's April's, but March's is Mary Jo Putney. Okay.
What's this one about, the Mary Jo Putney?
So he is called the Demon Earl. And isn't it they like think he killed someone or something?
Doesn't he have to go to like the Welsh countryside and the heroine's like a school teacher or something?
Yes, so she is a school teacher and she asks him to help save her village. And he says, I'll help you if you agree to live with me for 3 months.
Can I be on this live show also? Because that sounds like my type of historical. I actually really do want to read Mary Jo Putney, and it just always like forces me to read new authors when I'm on these live shows.
Yeah. Well, this book club, like, lets me read all of these older historical romance authors that I like want to get to.
Yes.
Yeah, but if I'm not on the live, then I'm not forced to read it. I need to be forced to read it.
See, I read it anyways for the conversation.
It's so good. These are so I love the books we pick, even when we don't like it. But I'm glad we've liked the past couple ones, I think. What was last month's? I feel like I really liked it and I don't remember what it was. I'm trying to find the Mary Jo Putney I read. I know we're over on Loving a Lost Lord I read. And it was Amnesia. That's why I read it, yes.
Okay.
But I really want to read The Rake because I've heard that one's really, really good. I have that over there. Okay. Anyways, that's all we have. Thank you guys for joining. Join us for Mary Jo Putney next month, and then bathtub romance for April. So, all right.
So excited.
See everybody later. Thanks for joining. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.